5 things. 5 things that are going to make your life easier as a reef keeper. Coming up. Hey guys, Cody Grades here. Welcome to Real Reefing TV, where I help you save time, money, and frustration by sharing my experiences and knowledge. So if you're new here to this channel, consider subscribing. And if you haven't already, go check out my Facebook and Instagram channels so you can get more kind of up-to-date and more to-the-minute updates on what's going on with my 2 systems, the 10-gallon Nano and the 300-gallon Reef tank. So we're going to get into it, the 5 things that are going to make your life easier as a reef keeper. Call them gadgets, whatever you want to call them, but what they're going to help you do is spend less time maintaining or frustrating, finagling with stuff, and just keep your game on point. So the first thing that I have for you guys today are these tongs. These aqua tongs are fantastic for being able to reach things. If you need to, you can get all the way down to the bottom of the tank, pick something up, and place it. It has these nice little rubber grippies on them. You can see right there. They just make things really convenient for being able to not have to, kind of get your hands wet, be able to pick stuff up, move it around, upright a coral, or, maybe a rock fell, or you just want to pick something up, right? Well, you're able to do it really easy with these. And the great part about these ones are that they are made for salt water. So all of the screws and things like that are made with like stainless steel or something of that nature, where it's not going to rust and break down. Now, if you have a longer tank, these can get pretty decently pricey if you get the really long ones. But what I did is at like Ross or something like that, I picked up the Gopher. You can pick this up at Amazon, and I'll throw all the links down below so you don't have to go around shopping for them all. But this is the Gopher, and what's nice about this one is it's nice and long, so it is much longer. It does also have kind of rubber, actually kind of like suction cups, so it grabs nicely on whatever you're trying to get, and it's made from aluminum. It does, the only place where it has kind of some rusting screws is right here at the end, but the rest of it is made from nice aluminum, and it also bends right here. So I found myself, being able to get under some rock like this and be able to pick stuff up, and that's really helpful in the 300 because that tank is 3 feet from front to back. If you really need a lot of reach with this guy. The next thing that I found that comes in really handy is the AccuDrip from Innovative Marine. I'm becoming a real big fan of Innovative Marine and their products because this tank is like seamless. I love this tank, and I just think that their products are awesome, but their AccuDrip is mind-blowingly revolutionary. The way that we have been acclimating our fish has been like this, with just piece of airline tubing with a knot tied in the center of it, just like that. And then you kind of cinch it down, and your drip pretty much completely stops. And then you have to, because you have to suck on the end of it to get it to start, and it's a pain, right? So what Innovative Marine has done is come up with a system similar to like medical equipment and medical IVs. And so what it does is it has this little tube in it. It's nice because it holds right onto the edge there for you. And then what you do is you take this other end right here, and what it does is it's a little wheel, and the wheel will cinch down onto the tubing and create a kind of a blockage. So when you compress this little tube right here, what it does is it pushes the air out that way, and then fills this little bladder right here with the water. And then when you release this little wheel, it will then it will have already started the siphon for you and drop that water down. And then what you can do is adjust this wheel to be able to adjust the drip rate. And what's also nice is you'll be able to see the drip rate right in this little bladder here. So this is a really awesome tool to be able to help you acclimate your fish and take all of the frustration out of it. And what's nice is it's very inexpensive. That AccuDrip costs, you know, $10, I think it was. So like I said, I'll throw the link in the description below so that you can go check it out. Prices change on them and sales change. So go check that out. The third item that's gonna make your life so much easier is a refractometer. This thing is fantastic for being able to accurately and quickly gauge the salinity of your tank. And what's really nice is you don't have to stick your whole hand down in the tank like you used to with these. These little swing arm hydrometers, they do the trick. The problem is you have to stick your whole hand down in the tank, get it in there, make sure there's no bubbles on it, you know, read it, make sure that you're not, you know, looking at it the wrong way, and then you have to dump that water back in there, and you know, you've got your hands all wet. Now you have to. The great thing about these refractometers is you only need a small little bit of water right here on the glass. You throw that little guy down there, you look into it, and it tells you exactly and very accurately what the salinity of your tank is. So pick up a refractometer if you haven't already. The next thing that I would consider picking up, a nice gadget or gadget that's gonna save you time and frustration, is the Two Little Fishies Veggie Mag. This thing is awesome. Basically, the way that it works, it has two magnets on both sides. One has the actual little clip for your nori, to clip nori or seaweed onto it. You put that in the tank, you take the other magnet on the other side of the glass so that you can move it around to where you need it in the tank, so it's not up at the top where the fish are going to splash water out of it. It's nice and down below so that the fish can really get at it. And what you see is that the magnet is very strong. It does not move. I've got large tangs in my tank, medium to large. I won't say they're huge, but medium to large tangs in my tank, and they're not able to pull that thing off. And I know what we used to use are those suction cup ones, and those get pulled off all the time. The other problem with them is that they're hard to retrieve. So once you've got them down in the tank, now you have to stick your hand down in the tank. And again, I'm not a fan of sticking my hand in the tank. I want to keep my hands out of it as much as possible. It makes feeding nori a lot easier than it would be otherwise. And we all know, if it's easier to do, you're more likely to do it. And finally, the fifth thing, the fifth gadget, whatever you want to call it, that's going to make your life easier, is the Two Little Fishies feeding ring. That little feeding ring is so awesome, because we all know the floating fish food likes to go ahead and just float and make its way down the overflow. And what that feeding ring does is it keeps it in a nice spot right in a localized position for the fish to be able to get it. What's also great about it is the fish know where to go eat. And a bonus is if you add a automatic fish feeder to it, again, it keeps that fish food from going over the overflow. So if it takes the fish a few seconds or a minute to find it and get to it, they're able to do it without all of it going into the overflow, sitting in your filter socks, decaying, and creating nutrient problems for you. I did a video on why nutrient problems could be your case if you have algae. If you need that, go check out that video right here. And if you haven't subscribed, click that button right here. You guys have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you next Friday. Stay salty, my friends. Peace.